Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Mario 64 DS. As the camera zooms in on Yoshi for some reason there, it is time that we now enter what is technically considered level 2. It is time for Whomp's Fortress. We actually only needed one power star to get in here, but how many power stars do I have? Whatever it was a lot. Well, hi Fungus.
Bowser took all the stars and I tried to hide here. There were 7 stars in each course. You'll need the buddies to get some of them. Teamwork goes a long way when you're going against Bowser.
Alright. Thank you for that useless hint. Chip off the wonks. The wonks? What the hell's a wonk? Chip off the womp's block. Hello, the Lakuti brothers here with a news update. Our hero is about to learn a technique for sneaking up on enemies. According to eyewitnesses, the trick is sneaking is to walk slowly. Really? And as reported earlier, our hero can use the touchscreen to walk smoothly and run swiftly. Well, I refuse to use the touchscreen because the touchscreen controls are awful. However, this doesn't really work with Yoshi, because Yoshi can't punch, and his tongue doesn't kill the piranha plant, so it's useless. That accomplished nothing, and the piranha plants really hurt. He's just there to tell me that there is a Mario cap here. Anyway, I believe the first thing I do in this level is go for the 100 coins. Because there's a lot more of them here. This is another level that added a lot more coins in compared to the original. Not only that, this one actually adds a whole other part to the level. It's strange that they actually added to the level in this one. It's the only time this happened. There are a few times where they maybe changed the layout of the level. Like one of the, we're not going to be seeing it for a long time, but the other ice level, Snowman's Land, there was an entire section of that level that was redesigned. But the actual area you could still get into in the original, it just looks different. Whereas this one had this whole other area, I mean you can see it off in the distance over there, that whole ground area, where all that grass is, that is not there in the original. Also those things that are coming out of the walls just a moment ago, in the original they have eyes. Here they don't, which is odd because I thought everything had a face in Mario. Like the clouds have eyes, the flowers have eyes, the stars have eyes, the mushrooms have eyes. Ever since Lost Levels, everything has eyes. These are the thwomps, looking so much better in DS than they do in the original version. The thwomps are freaking ugly. I mean, they're ugly to the point where they look great. Like it's so bad it's good. Same with Bowser. Like original N64 Bowser just looks awful. Like, he's got this big baby face. He looks dreadful. In some of the Mario parties, he looked even worse. I won't gain access to that cannon for some time. Yeah. Oh. I was just about to spit the Goomba out at him, and then Yoshi converted it into an egg. God, I hate the Goomba footprint sound effects so much. It's like, how did they not notice that error? That's all of those, yeah. Really, really easy to get the 100 coin mission. At least on, I mean, I don't recall it being that hard in the original, but with the extra coins and everything, it is so much easier now. It's like, why didn't they do that with every level? Because Hazy Maze Cave, I think, is still annoying. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I recall it's still annoying. Ow. Right, so, I mean, you don't have to shimmy, but you can shimmy. You can also hear the sound of every single one of those falling platforms breaking apart. Which again, I don't think was in the original. What I should have done is grab the Mario cap, because if you kill a piranha plant, you can do that by having Mario sneak up to it and punch it. And if you do it that way, each piranha plant gives you a blue coin. And that would have saved me some time. In the end, this does not take long. Especially when you use like this little trick on the whomps, which we will get to shortly. As soon as I don't know why I'm waiting, I can easily just flutter jump my way over there. And Yoshi's ground pound cannot break blocks, which is odd because Yoshi's Island was the first game to use the ground pound. Which is a bit weird. So yeah, you can actually jump on the whomps while they're on the floor. I think you can only do it 3-4 times. 5 times, okay. And then you can ground pound them. I didn't know you could do this until recently. I always thought that you had to actually, like, just ground pound them. I didn't realise that happened. So yeah, to get extra coins, just bounce on the Whomps first. Don't immediately ground pound them. The timing is a bit picky with it, but other than that. And there we go. Oh no! I lost one. I hate when that happens. And there isn't even a coin up here, so I have to go somewhere else. Ignore him for a moment. Luckily there's a Goomba here. Thank you. Nice and easy. If only they were all like that. Hazy Maze Cave, Rainbow Ride, TikTok Clock. Ugh, I hate those ones. Torso Mountain is annoying but for its own separate reasons. Alright, well in order to get the rest of the levels to appear, we actually need to defeat the boss. Which is a massive Whomp. They also remade this level for Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's called the Throwback Galaxy. It makes me so mad. We build your houses, your castles, we pave your roads, and you still walk all over us. Do you ever say thank you? No. Well, you're not going to wipe your feet on me. I think I'll crush you just for fun. You got a problem with that? Just try to pound me, wimp. No, he's got a point. Right, in the original Super Mario 64, it was actually possible to grab. It was actually possible, like, and with him and regular Whomps, if you perform the backflip. In fact, I don't think you need to do that. Not the backflip. The ground pound. I don't think you need to do that. I think you could just jump and you would clip right through them as they were going down. That unfortunately was fixed in. Well, it's a stretch to say it's fixed, but they got rid of that in DS, so you have to do this the legitimate way. And this fight, so yeah, this level was brought back without the additional stuff at the bottom in Galaxy 2. No, crushed again. I'm just a stepping stone after all. I won't grovel. Here, you win. Take this with you. And you do have to fight the Whomp King again, but he is freaking massive in Galaxy 2. Like, his size there, that's about as big as the regular Whomps are in Galaxy 2. If not, they might even be a bit bigger than that. They're a lot more threatening as well, because the Whomps actually, because even though you do have a health bar in Galaxy, Whomps and Thwomps are actually instant death if they crush you. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. So that's a lot more terrifying because he is absolutely gigantic. I mean, you kill him the same way, but he is absolutely gigantic. So if you tap the little hat icon, you do get to you will immediately transform. That didn't work. Ow! And there goes the hat. And 3/4 of my health. I can already see this. The cap is already showing up on the touchscreen. Why am I trying to talk to you? Yoshi, what is going on? That's better. Yeah, these things have eyes in the original. It's weird that they got rid of that. The one graphical detail that actually was lost in the remake. Yoshi has a bad case of heartburn from gobbling enemies. With the Power Flower, you can use Fire Breath. Not that it's... I mean, it's pretty useless here. Because there's not really any enemies around, but yeah. So Yoshi gets Fire Breath when he eats one of these flowers. You can use it to kill the piranha plants. You can use it up to 3 times. It's just like when I grab the bit of fire in Cool Mountain, only you can do this 3 times. Other than that, it's the exact same thing. Yeah, that varies depending on what character picks it up. If it's Mario who picks it up, he gets the balloon power. If Yoshi picks it up, he gets the Fire Breath. If Luigi gets it, he gets the Vanish Cap. If Wario gets it, he gets the Metal Cap. So let's just wait for this thing to turn around. I can't even remember what mission did. Okay. Oh no! I think the first thing I tried to do is go after all the red coins, but then I realised the the Bob-on Buddy is not here. The Bob-on Buddy only seems to show up in specific missions. I think once he shows up, he is always there in every subsequent mission, but like you need to select a specific one in order to get the Bob-on Buddy to appear. Unfortunately, that is not this one, so we can't do the can't open up the cannon yet. Because that cannon, it can be used as an alternate way to get to one of the missions. I barely made that. There's actually a bullet bill blaster in this level. It's the only time, unless one of the hidden areas that's new to DS adds them in maybe. Otherwise, this is the only time you ever see bullet bills in this game. There is one at the top of the level as well. That was the only one in the original version. Since this area is not in the original. This is all new around here. Don't know why they added all of this in, but they did. There's the dive maneuver. As long as you're going forward, that tends to be what causes him to do the dive. But you need to be going at like maximum speed. No, my hat! This can potentially save time. Like, just go in with Yoshi, all the caps will be there. I honestly don't remember if the other characters can use the caps or not. Down I go. So how come I can go up this slope perfectly fine? I mean, yeah, that looks less steep. So yeah, I cannot get all of the red coins here, because in addition to the Bob-on Buddy not appearing, you also need to find the owl that was in Cool Mountain is also in this level. But unfortunately, he is not going to show up until until one of the later missions. So right now, I cannot get the. Oh come on! I swear this is steeper. Whoops! I cannot get the red coins yet. I seem to have a much harder time performing the somersault in DX. Like, it just seems to have, like, pickier timing. I mean, it's kind of awkward to pull off in 64, but not as difficult as this one. Regardless of whether I'm running or walking. Sometimes the one-ups will home in on your location, other times they just drop down and then slide away. Death to all Goombas. So it's just a random health thing there. I want to know what happens to these guys originally. Why have they got a load of big cracks and bandages on their backs? These poor Whomps. I say poor Whomps. I have stepped on them how many times now, jumped on them to get coins, and then I murdered them to get more coins. So once you've gotten rid of the big Whomp, yeah, bullet bill blaster. Again, that since that bottom area is not in the original, that is the only bullet bill blaster in the entire game in the original version. And now we have this tower. Come on, Mario. This is the really slow way of doing the level. They're always going in and out at the same time, so it's like if you could jump while one is going out, you can just get that one. Did I drop that down? Yes, I did. Alright. You know what? We have to make up for the previous... No, we don't. We do not have to make up for the length of the previous video. There's a pole there, but it doesn't really do anything. See, I went back over here, but this is where I found out, oh, the owl's not here. Why is the owl not here? So he would pop out of that tree, but he decided not to. The owl is not here. What's his name in Ocarina of Time? Gabora, I don't know. Come back. No, he's not that owl. Mario. Just running in place for a moment. Was that in the song? Do the Mario! Alright, so there are two ways of getting this. Well, there are probably three ways of getting this star, really. Number one, you can, if the cannon is available, use the cannon. But it's a risky as hell one to do. Number two, you can try jumping from the bigger, higher ledge and then use the aerial wall kick to try and bounce your way down. Or number three, use the technique that I'm doing, which is what I did, and it took forever. And usually makes a really weird noise when he does his triple jump. Or his double jump, whichever one it is. Yeah, his triple jump. It's a bit of a weird sound. Ugh. Yeah, like that. That was a weird noise. Right, I tried backflipping. The somersault again decided it didn't really want to work. But then that keeps happening. Ugh. So close. Just gotta try and stop in time. Oh no. Too far away. Luckily this Goomba can't see unless something's directly in front of him. Well, that time the wall jump could just not work. There we go. Yeah, you got. Well, I think yeah, you can either use the cannon or you can get onto that top platform and then try and do like a backwards jump kick to get onto the middle platform and then just take the pole down. You've recovered 30 power stars. Now you can open the door. Did you rescue the poor frightened Luigi? Have you banged the two columns yet? I heard that Bowser snuck out to sea and went underground. Well, we can try and fight Bowser, but we're not going to do that yet. To the top of the fortress. Except, wait, do I do this one now? I think I do this one now. Yeah, I think that's actually the total number of... We can actually go and do the second Bowser fight. We've unlocked enough power stars for it. But we're not interested in that yet. Because there's a greater number of stars in this game, the final required amount, the final minimum amount was raised. I don't know anybody who actually does decide to do the, to just go after the minimum number of stars, because you kind of feel like it's obligatory to just go after everything. They either, in the case of Super Mario 64, people either go after everything, or they just try and complete the game without collecting any stars at all, which is something I never understood the point of. I never really got the point of speedrunning. It's like, if you enjoyed the game, why are you trying to finish it as fast as possible? You know, if the game is awful and there's just a way of skipping through it, well, okay. But if it's a game you really like, okay, you've learned it off the back of your hand, but why are you also trying to complete it? If you love Super Mario 64 so much, why don't you play Super Mario 64? Why are you trying to just not collect any stars whatsoever and just do like a backwards long jump up the stairs? Was it Mario to do like some sort of death scream? Which I think was removed for 3D All-Stars. I don't know. I mean, if the game has something that encourages speedruns, like Crash Bandicoot has the time relics, then okay, but otherwise I don't get it. Now you're here. No, I don't want to talk to you again. Is he here now? There he is. That's all the same dialogue that he had before. Whee! I do love this theme, I don't know why. I think this game has by far the most versions of the invincibility. Anyway, this doesn't go well. And away I go. Yoshi! In fact, I think it's the only one that has multiple versions of the invincibility theme. One for the wing cap, one for the owl, one for the manish cap, one for the metal cap, and in this version you even get one for a fire breath. So the vultures are evil, but the owls are friendly. It's like this guy really doesn't seem to mind that you've woken him up. There we go. Much better, apart from that. It's crazy to think that you don't actually need to fall that far to take fall damage, and yet when you look at Galaxy, which removes the fall damage, but also just look at how far and fast the characters go when they're being propelled by a launch star. Alright, so I think now do I go for... Wait, which one did I go for first? Oh no, I think I'm going for the bonus star here. So punch this or ground pound this, whichever you want. Or to backflip. I think punching works. It might work with Warrior. And I'll just race for the end. The piranha plants sound really weird. There we go. Plenty of time to make that one. Weirdly, even though this level is remade in Galaxy 2, the silver stars are not actually in this in Super Mario 64. There's no silver star mission here in DS. Some levels do. It's either collect silver stars to make the power star, or there's a switch star, which is what we have here. It's one or the other. Because Galaxy 2 brings back levels from like each 3D game. For 64 we have the... for 64 we have Throwback Galaxy. It's a remake of Whomp's Fortress, and it even has a level where you collect silver stars akin to the DS version. I mean, several levels have silver stars. With all these extra lives I'm getting, which I will accidentally delete in the next part. How do I accidentally delete lives in the next part? We'll see. Maybe. I can't remember if I do. I probably don't need to edit that in. Or I could probably edit it out to save time. But anyway. I tried to hit like the save and continue thing, and I accidentally hit quit instead. And when you exit your profile and go back to the menu, your lives reset. All 3D games do that until 3D Land. So all the way up to Galaxy 2, that's what happens. But because it's on the Wii U, I can simply just exit and make a suspend point. But then I accidentally deleted all of those lives. Gets to 40, accidentally quit, and goes back to 4. Alright, this is one of the more obscure ones. And there we go. I am back there, presumably. Yeah, very simple, but a bit complicated to try and work out. I mean, the level names are supposed to be hints, but I still think that one is perhaps one of those is a bit too obscure, especially considering that this can be the second level in the game. You can unlock this as soon as like you unlock Whomp's Fortress as soon as you get 1 star. I mean, yeah, you can't exactly do that level with just 1 star, but you unlock it very early on. This is probably, I think, up until Odyssey, this was easily the most non-linear of the Mario games, because, yeah, you still need to have a certain number of stars to get into each of the levels, but other than that, and you need to be Bowser in order to gain access to other levels, but other than that, you can collect most of the power stars in any order you want, in any level that you want. Sunshine and Galaxy sort of do this, but you kind of have, I mean, it's the case with all of them, you kind of have to get like a certain, if you got like all of the power stars in like the first 3 levels, then you pretty much have access to do any level in any order you want. But they are still all going to be kind of broken up, so you'll have to do the boss levels like at some point to unlock the rest of them. You can face Bowser in this game. Sunshine, you just unlock things as you go along, but then there's a point where you do need to unlock Yoshi. And then in Galaxy you'll have to do the boss levels to unlock the Grand Stars. Get the new domes in Galaxy 1 or the new worlds in Galaxy 2. And it's kind of the same with Odyssey, but Odyssey is its own different beast. Odyssey, I think, just does too much. Like, you got, like... What is it? It's a very random number. It's like 800 and something. And then you have to buy the rest. I don't know why we couldn't just go up to 999. I guess they ran out of ideas. Because, I mean, how many missions in Odyssey are just ground pound this part of the floor? I mean, Odyssey's much faster, you know, you're collecting the power moons a lot faster than you're collecting the stars and giant sprites in these games. But Odyssey just, it was just too much. Yeah, I got tired of Odyssey. I did it, but I got tired with it. Because honestly, the Galaxy games are a bit too much. The Galaxy games are 242 stars. Galaxy 2 has it better than 1, because... That's why I often hear people criticize the green stars, like it's padding, and it is. But I'd say collecting the green stars is much less... isn't as bad as just simply playing through the game a second time. Which you have to do with Galaxy 1 as Luigi. He controls a bit differently, but other than that, you're still just playing Galaxy 1 again, all for the sake of unlocking one final, very easy level. Just to unlock the grand finale Galaxy. And down I go. Yeah, but otherwise you have to play the exact same game again, whereas at least for Galaxy 2, all you have to do is collect the green stars, which should only take you about half the time. So they're hard to find, but they should only take you about half the time to get. And that is pretty much the only reason as to why I prefer Galaxy 2 over Galaxy 1. They're still both in my top 5 games. My top 3 games are Mario games. Super Mario 3D World is my favourite game ever. And I look forward to the Switch version. Galaxy 2 is second, Galaxy 1 is third. But it's really tight between the two Galaxy games. I just prefer Galaxy 2 because I don't have to play the game in its entirety twice. But Galaxy 1 is way easier. Galaxy 2, I mean, there's nothing wrong with making the sequel harder, unless it's lost levels. But Galaxy 2, I think, does it just a bit too suddenly. So the first 4 worlds are very simple, some challenging things here and there. But then you get to World 5 and the difficulty then just slams down on you. Like, World 5 is so much more difficult than World 4. Then there was Grandmaster Galaxy, but we don't want to talk about that. The ultimate test is fine. But, the other one? No, the Perfect Run? Screw the Perfect Run. Better than Champions Road in 3D World. I hate that one. 3D Land 1 World Special 8 Crown, was it? That one wasn't too bad, and I think that's every... What else is there? Oh, the Darker Side of the Moon. I hate that one. I really hate that one. I think I eventually sort of cheated my way, like I was able to skip some of it. But I think they did patch it out, so now you do have to do it. I think you can still skip some of it, but not as much as you could before. I really don't know why Nintendo is obsessed with making the final level of every Mario game super hard. And then there's Mummy Me Maze. Ah! Alright, yeah. It didn't give me enough time to read that because I'm skipping out about 20 minutes of footage here. If not more. Because I kept dying on the very last red coin. Either going after the last red coin or going after the switch star. One of them would kill me. Either that or this beginning part. Right, that gives you the balloon power up. You don't really need it. I mean, you can use it if you want to get that red coin, but I'd just say do it that way. Yeah, this is our first Bowser level. And accompanying all three of the Bowser levels is, I think it's called Cooper Road. Easily one of the greatest songs in all of Mario. Not my absolute favourite, but it's really freaking close. This is an amazing theme. And it's probably the best version of it too. As much as I adore the Galaxy soundtracks, they are just about the greatest soundtracks in all of gaming. I don't know. I haven't listened to that many soundtracks in gaming. I know there's loads of hugely popular ones. But they are my favourite video game soundtracks. But I just don't feel like they quite live up to this version of Cooper Road. Galaxy 2's is really good. I'm not so big on Galaxy 1's version. But this is definitely the best version of Cooper Road. It manages to be spooky and catchy at the same time. Also, this is probably the best level when it comes to the camera. Not that I need to worry about that here because I have the reset. You do still have something a bit more akin to the original version's camera. Ow! That painful, crushing his legs there. And if you like, you could use the little arrows on the touchscreen, which I don't really think about doing when I'm playing on the Wii U. But I also never really use them in the when I'm playing on my 3DS either. Right. This part right here. So, you can long jump up here. And as you can see, Mario grabbed a hold of that perfectly fine. Which is rare. Normally when you long jump into stuff in these games, for some reason Mario can't grab a hold of ledges when he long jumps. He just bounces off of them. I think every other game does that. I think the Galaxy games do that. You don't have a long jump in Sunshine. 3D Land, 3D World definitely do that. I'm not entirely sure about the Galaxy games, but I think they do. I can't remember. I'm definitely overdue for a playthrough. I have 3D All Stars. Why don't I just play it on that? See if it's see what the differences are like. Alright, the music started messing with me here because you got like a countdown, like the tapping noise. One is for the star, one is for the stairs, and they sort of start playing at different times. And that was messing with me. So I actually have plenty of time then. This does take a few tries, and I'm not talking about like all of the 20 odd minutes edited out, because then stuff like that happens, and you overdo it. And then the camera doesn't work with you. And Mario doesn't want to grab the ledges. Then I was like, no, I definitely don't have enough time to go after it, and I wouldn't have done. Let's try this again. Right, so we saw that I was able to long jump onto the ledge and Mario grabbed a hold of it. But more often than not, this is what happens. So I can jump onto this one, long jump, smack down. Luckily, I could double jump off of this platform to get up here, barely avoid falling off the edge, and then grab the star. So each of the Bowser levels now has 2 stars. Originally they only had 1, which was the red coins, but now there's a switch star, I think, in all 3 of them. Woohoo, that was close. I do not know how I survived that. Grab the red coin and then try and inch my way back. Again, this is where the long jump, the run button can actually help. I don't know why your characters are so sluggish when they first move away, when you're not holding down the run button, but I'm actually quite grateful for it. Like, there's no reason for it, but I'm grateful for it. Again, I don't know why it's here, but it is here. And then the 3D games after this would later add a run button anyway in 3D Land and 3D World. There wasn't really any need for it, but it's there. Because I never really understood what the point of 3D World's like sprinting mechanic was. It's like you have to run for a certain amount of time before your characters reach max speed. But that time also varies depending on which character you're playing. Right, has he got a baby face? No, he doesn't actually. He's looking much better this time around. Tough luck. Looks like Princess Toadstool isn't here. You always gotta do that. Go ahead, just try to grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you could never throw me out by circling the touchscreen. Never. Bastard. Why are you telling me this? It's like, I get that that's how they want to inform the player about what what to do, but it really does just make the characters sound like idiots. So why would Bowser say that? Same with the original. He doesn't mention the touchscreen, obviously, but you know, he still tells you to swing him by the tail. It's like, why would he do that? It's like, from his perspective, why would he do that? And what does it sound like from Mario's perspective? And that's what you gotta do. You only gotta do it the one time. But the timing is really hard unless you're right next to them. Grr, I was a bit careless. This is not what I had planned. But I still hold the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not done with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You haven't given me any stars yet. You'll pay for this later. Yeah, and in the DS version, he sadly does not say, "So long, Gay Bowser!" Just says bye-bye, which I think is the Japanese version, which is also what's in Super Mario 3D All-Stars, and that's a real shame. That key looks like something out of Monsters, Inc. Alright, so that's our first Bowser level, which only Mario can do, by the way. Next up, we'll be heading into a much spookier level and seeing a new face, so I will see you guys